I pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good job.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, their bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
In war there were lives risked and lives taken, men and women given their best to defend what they love. They defend their country, their honor, their people. Some call them soldiers, others call them heroes. Our veterans have risked their lives for us. They have fought with honor, many have killed and regret doing so. For every life there is a soul. For every soul there is a life. For those who have died, we show great appreciation and remembrance for those who live. Along with some live the horrific memories of battle, some memories of defeat, some memories of victory. Our veterans were more than soldiers. They were and still are heroes. Happy Veterans Day and thank you.
On Veterans Day, while we were here at home, they traveled land and sea to make sure we stayed safe, to protect and keep us free. Words are not enough to give them what they do. On Veterans Day, please thank them for their service to me and you.
A veteran, whether active duty, discharged, retired, or reserve. This is someone who at one point in his life wrote a blank check made payable to United States of America for an amount of up to and including his life. Veterans Day is not the same as Memorial Day. A lot of Americans get this confused, and we'll be honest. It can be a little annoying to tell all of the living veterans out there. Memorial Day is a time to remember those who gave their lives for our country, particularly in battle or foreign wounds they suffered in battle. Veterans Day honors all of those who served in the country in war or peace, dead or alive, although it's largely intended to thank living veterans for their sacrifices.
It was originally called Armistice Day, commemorating the end of World War I. World War I officially ended when the Treaty of Versailles was signed on June 28, 1919. However, the fighting ended about 7 months before that, when the Allies and Germany put into effect an armistice on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. For that reason, November 11th, 1918 was largely considered the end of the war to end all wars and dubbed Armistice Day. In 1926, Congress officially recognized it as the end of the war, and in 1938 it became an official holiday, primarily a day set aside to honor veterans of World War I.
But then World War II and the Korean War happened. So on June 1st, 1954, at the urging of veteran service organizations, Congress amended the commemoration yet again by changing the word armistice to veterans, so the day would honor American veterans of all wars.
For a while, Veterans Day date was changed too and confused everybody. Congress signed the Uniform Holiday Bill in 1968 to ensure that a few federal holidays, Veterans Day included, would be celebrated on Monday. Officials hoped it would spur travel and other families' activities over a long weekend, which would stimulate the economy.
For some inexplicable reason, the bill set Veterans Day commemorations for the fourth Monday of every October. On October 25th, 1971, the first Veterans Day under this new bill was held. We're not sure why it took 3 years to implement, but not surprisingly, there was a lot of confusion about the change, and many states were unhappy, choosing to continue to recognize the day as they previously had in November.
Within a few years, it became pretty apparent that most U.S. citizens wanted to celebrate Veterans Day on November 11th, since it was a matter of historic and patriotic significance. So on September 20th, 1975, President Gerald Ford signed another law, Public Law 94-97, which returned to annual observance to its original date starting in 1979.
A veteran is defined by federal law, moral code, and military service as a military veteran is a person who served for any length of time in any military service branch.